Women from dating apps when they ghost me.
Sometimes I feel all peculiar, and that's when I just disappear.
My ex-wife when I accidentally left my phone at home.
Now then, I wonder what's in here.
And this was me at the dinner table when she asked if I'd farted.
Yeah. Yes, I have.
Hello folks, welcome. I'm sorry, the jokes just get worse, don't they? Hello, welcome back to the show. Today we're going to talk about the top three reasons why you mustn't take too much from influencers. You mustn't let influencers influence you. Don't, in fact, ignore them for the large part, okay? This is the video subject today. Now, before we do that, please don't forget, if you're looking for fragrance samples, my recommended UK-based fragrance sampling site is Fragrance Samples UK, a stunning array of designer and niche fragrances there. I've got a code, Mr. Smelly 10 gets you 10% off across their site. My recommended USA-based fragrance sampling site is the Fragrance Decant Boutique. That's decantboutique.com. The same code, Mr. Smelly 10, gets you 10% off a really huge array of designer and niche fragrances there. Both sites are linked in the description of this video, and that ties in a little bit to the topic today because this was actually prompted by a comment on my last video. In the last video, I had the Duchess of Essex on the show, and she rated some fragrances. And these were ones that I like and think are really nice summer fragrances. I think we had 5 of them. And there were at least 2 or 3 that she either really didn't like or was very nonplussed by. And there was a comment which is on the screen now. I haven't got it to read out verbatim, but the gentleman or lady who's commented there says basically you should always sample, and these are the ones Mr. Smelly's been hyping up or has kept on mentioning over the last few videos, and it just goes to show that the lady in the video doesn't actually like them. And he's absolutely right. I don't take that as a hostile or bad comment. He's absolutely right. The point that he's making there is don't listen to influencers, as he's mentioned influencers there. Make your own mind up about what you like, and a great idea is to sample fragrances instead of just blind buying things because a certain influencer has said they are good things. I'm stating the obvious. I've said it before, but this may be helpful to some people. I am a YouTuber who makes fragrances, videos about fragrances. I don't like to call myself an influencer. Stay tuned to the very end where I'm actually going to recommend 3 really nice green fragrances that I like, just so you get a bit of fragrance stuff out of this video too. I in life don't like to be influenced. I don't want to be easily influenced by others. I listen to other people. I take on board other people's opinions, but I want to make my own decisions in life about what I like and what I do with my life. So 3 reasons why you shouldn't let fragrance influencers, the other YouTubers and Instagrammers, influence you too much. First of all, fragrance itself is inherently very difficult to measure and gauge whether something's good or not. So if you're reviewing a microphone like this microphone or something, you can sort of do an A/B test and see which microphone sounds better. You can see certain functions of the microphone. Does it have an EQ app that comes with it or not? And you can say, well, the one that does, that's a bit better because you've got more maneuverability about what you do with the sound. Or if you're talking about cars, you can say this one has more horsepower than that one. This one has better braking than that one, or whatever. You can't do that with fragrances for the large part, okay? I suppose you could rate the strength of the actual concentration, but for the large part, it really purely is a case of whether you like the fragrance or not. So it is inherently a matter of personal taste, even more so than other things that people maybe talk about and review online, where it is perhaps a little bit more measurable. So there just isn't that much you can qualitatively measure. It is not objective, it is subjective. Secondly then, taste. It sort of links into that. We all have different taste, okay? So I really liked all the 5 fragrances in my last video. The person who smelled them didn't like all of them. Am I therefore wrong? Have I been lying to you? Have I been deceiving you? Is my taste now no longer to be trusted because one lady didn't care for all of them? I don't really think so at all. There are quite a few fragrances that we both really enjoy, and that's good enough, isn't it? However, the lady in question happens not to like olives. She can't abide them. She won't eat olives. Does that mean olives are bad? And if I tell you olives are delicious, which I think they are, am I wrong? Is she right? No. It's just a matter of personal opinion. So whenever you see people, whether it be Jeremy Fragrance, Curly Fragrance, Gent Scent, all of whom I totally respect, telling you a certain fragrance is the one, really, you must take that with more than a pinch of salt. A huge mountain, a European food mountain of salt must be taken with that, especially as, by the nature of their business, these people have to produce list after list, because this is what gets the views of lists telling you these are the best ones for compliments, these are the best for summer, everything is definitive, this is the best, I've gauged. They don't know any more then you know or I know what's good, what's bad, and what's indifferent. Okay, so the second thing there, different taste. I might like the Beatles, you might prefer the Rolling Stones, I might like Led Zeppelin, you might like Black Sabbath better. It doesn't mean one of us is right and one of us is wrong. I know it's obvious, so make your own mind up about what you like in fragrances, get yourself some samples and enjoy what you like. By the way, we have a special offer on Norton & Wilson at the moment, Gravitas Pour-Homme. Stunning summer offer, only £70 delivered, or in the USA it's $90 delivered. Don't miss out. Norton & Wilson linked in the description. One other very quick thing, if you'd like to see an extra weekly exclusive video from me, join this channel as a channel member, or you can join my Patreon. The same video will be in both places. You've got the option. So find me on Patreon, Mr. Smelly. You can search for it, it's linked in the description too, or join this channel for an extra exclusive members only video. Okay, the last and third and most really obvious point too is many influencers, of course, especially if they're doing this as their main living in life, they have an incentive to send you in the direction of buying certain products. So many of them might produce a top 10 fragrances list in which all or some of the fragrances have been sent to them for free, or they also have an affiliate code, so you can buy it, maybe even get a percentage off, and they get a cut of that. So they're naturally going to tend to feature those fragrances where they have that kind of relationship with whoever's selling it more in the videos than other fragrances that might be just as good, that you might enjoy just as much, that they don't have any incentive to make you go and buy. So then that doesn't mean that I'm saying these people are morally corrupt. You know, I know we see trolls who call them shills and things. We just don't watch those videos. If you're that silly, they're really not harming you, these people making the videos. Just go and buy the fragrances that you like and just get a life. I mean, better to be the person making a living out of selling you certain fragrances than somebody whining away about it and making this some big problem. Or think of all the injustice in the world. They're not doing anything that bad that we need to protest about it. It's fine. I do it too. I'm sending you in the direction of my brand and other. This is life, okay? So, folks, the summary here. Be your own person, like the fragrances you like. If someone in my video doesn't like the same fragrances that I'm presenting as being really good, that's fine. That's part of the fun. Everyone has different tastes. That's what life's all about. Trust your own nose, trust your own taste. I would say don't watch too much fragrance content on YouTube because there are so many great documentaries and other topics. There are cats failing. There are people ringing up scammers and baiting them. It's great fun. And the fragrance thing is just a very small part of what's on offer on YouTube. Don't forget that, folks. Now, remember, whatever you're doing in life, let's project. And although sometimes life can stink, at least we can always smell good. To which end, actually, three really good green fragrances, Static Olfactives Into the Wild. I'm in a green mood this week. This is like a photorealistic forest-like smell, sort of avant-garde, compelling perfumery from Darren Allen, the perfumer behind that one. Another great piece of indie perfumery, Rogue Perfumery's Mousse Illuminé, like a throwback to your powerhouse green manly classics of the 70s and 80s. And a fragrance actually released, I think, in 1980, Floris Elite, beautifully green as well, and a little bit more soapy than the other two. So, see you in the next video. Bye-bye.